This took me 4 days to edit, people. We have a package to open up. Happy Monday, everybody. Welcome back to another episode. I am glad to have you here. Today we're doing a study vlog for my finals because I do have a lot of things going on. I have 2 exams this week and I have a passage analysis for my world literature course. Next week we're having a report due and also an essay. So lots of things going on this week. Also creating content, filming, journaling, reading. Lots of things going on. So if you're interested in seeing how I time manage, how I am able to fit so many things into my daily schedule, then follow along. But if this is the first time that you see my face, feel free to subscribe, comment, like, share. I do vlogs, but I also do sit down videos mainly talking about books. If you like books, you are in for a treat. I actually just finished my morning classes, so we are doing a bit of reading now. I do have a bit of filming that need to be done, and I'll check back in a second. Hi, a little bit later, you're in my bathroom, and I thought I would show you my hair routine because I have been having some difficulties figuring out my hair type and what hairstyle suits me the most. I've been using this roller for my bangs. I have curtain bangs. When I went back to Vietnam, I asked them to have curtain bangs, as you can see, but I'm still having difficulties in styling them and stuff. So usually I just put it in a roller and call it a day. But I don't like how the roller turns out this morning, at least. So if you have any ideas on how to style curtain bangs, let me know down in the comments. But I'm gonna put it in roller right now in the meantime. And also I think the person who cut my bang, he cut it not evenly, so that does not help. I was thinking of buying the overnight rods that people are raving about online in the hair community, but it's $50 for a bundle, and I don't think that's worth it. Especially when I don't even know if it's gonna work or not, because that's exactly what happened when I bought the rollers. I have an entire collection of rollers and I don't use it because I don't think it looks good with my hair and stuff. So that's how I usually style my bangs, and then the rest of my hair I just put it in a claw clip. I do have to make lunch. We do have a we do have an afternoon class in a second, but I was thinking of reading for a second, but I just finished batch filming for my TikTok and my YouTube, so I think 6 videos or so was filmed in the last 15 minutes, so that was very productive. Let me go outside actually. I also finished the fiction exam for my world literature course this morning, and I feel like I was running late. I didn't have enough time to finish everything, so I was a bit not feeling great about that, but I'm glad that's done. I do have a chemistry exam this Friday and a passage analysis of The Tempest by William Shakespeare for my world literature course, so that's gonna be fun. I submitted it last night, so we are done with that. But we have chemistry exam coming up and then a lab report due this weekend, and then another lab report for my molecular biology due next Friday. So lots of things going on, but I think I'm gonna sit and read for a second. I'm reading House of Leaves. We're on page 302 as of now, and hopefully I could get to page at least 400. No, that's very ambitious. At least 350 at the end of today, and then I'm gonna check back with you in a second. I'm making lunch now. We have cabbage for this afternoon with some dried shrimp, and I am watching, like I mentioned, the recap of Fourth Wing. So good. And then we meal prepped this. I think it's like a stew pork kind of meal yesterday, so everything is good. Hi, it's a lot later. We just finished lunch and now I am going to my last class of the day, which is molecular biology. We're exporting. Just so good. I'm so excited. This took me 4 days to edit, people. So I'm excited. This is done. Okay, I just got done with the tours for today. I had 2 students. And so that was good. I actually enjoyed that. One of the students who was visiting have been to Vietnam, and I'm Vietnamese, so that was like, what are the odds, you know what I mean? So that was so fun, and we talked about the foods and the culture and how hot it is in Vietnam, and that just makes me realize how much I enjoy giving tours, you know what I mean? And even though it was so windy outside, I'm literally blown away. I'm glad that I gave the tour, and I am now sitting here in the admission office to write them letters, and then I'm gonna go back home and we are going to upload the YouTube video and work on the captions and stuff. But I'm gonna sit here, and then I do need to edit the Substacks post. Lots of filming today. Actually, I filmed the outro for my vlog last week, and then I filmed the intro and for this vlog that you're watching, and then I filmed a bunch of different little videos, snippets for my TikTok. My boyfriend suggested that I should cut down on the speaking because I talk a lot, and he mentioned that I could talk less but talk in more videos, if that makes sense. So instead of having one video where I talk for like 15 minutes, I can cut down to I think 10 different videos where I talk like I think 1 minute each, and that's gonna be better for my engagement and audience and TikTok growth. So I took his advice, and so we're gonna see how that turns out. This entire content creation journey has been very new to me, so I'm just like learning as I go type of thing, and I'm glad. Like, I'm just like trying to figure out what type of content is best, what type of topics, what type of caption, hashtags, edit style, you know. So if you have any tips, just let me know. It's very new to me. Hey, I'm back, and we just checked off a bunch of to-do lists on my to-do list, and I am currently uploading my YouTube video. I'm gonna sit here and work on the thumbnail and the captions for a second. Then I think we're gonna do a bit of studying. I do need to review for my chemistry exam, and also haven't edited the Substack post, but I'm like, should I do it? Lab prep for tomorrow. I need to put that down. Actually, I need to do lab prep for tomorrow. Almost forgot that. It's beautiful outside. It's actually beautiful. We are heading to a work session in the library. We have 2 hours of work, and I think I'm gonna be reviewing the chemistry worksheets for Friday exam. And then I was thinking of I could squeeze in a bit of reading. I uploaded the YouTube video already. I worked on the caption, so that's good. And then if I have time, we might read a bit of The Tempest by Shakespeare. That's for the world literature course. We'll see how things take us. Check back in a second. I just finished journaling for a day, and I thought I would show you my journal pages, shall we? I did 2 full pages today, and also the to-do list is on this side. It is a long-ass to-do list in my opinion today, and I completed every single thing on my to-do list, so that was very good. And then at the lower half here, I mentioned in one of my vlogs the other day that I am keeping track of my skin and my acne, and then the process of using the serum with the toner. So that's that. We actually had, I think, a couple of breakouts still brewing from the serum that I used yesterday, so we put a couple of pimple patches on, but it's fine. And then 2 full pages of pure writing that I did in the last, I think, 15 minutes. I also, that is new. I just thought it would be cool and fun to document also my subscribers and my content creation journey. We put down the number of followers on TikTok, 106, and then my YouTube subscribers, which are 18 subscribers as of now. I finished studying. It was a very productive session, although I did not get to reading the book, but it's fine. I was thinking of starting a novel love story this evening, or not starting, continuing. I already started that book, so we could continue doing that. And then I wrote down in my journal that I want to finish House of Leaves in the next couple of days. I know that's ambitious, but I think I can do it. I'm like over halfway done already. And then finish a novel love story, which I think I can. It's a rather short book, and I think I can just fly through the book. And then if I have time and if I am ambitious, I can try finishing Tripping on Utopia. Although I wrote down that nonfiction might not be for me. It's just not interesting in my opinion. Although, I mean, don't get me wrong, it is a very interesting topic, but I need a story. You know, I need some sort of plot or storyline to the story, and that book does not have any plot line. And then so I'm a bit bored out. And then today I also, something happened that I'm very grateful for, is that my advisor, she emailed me saying that she personally reached out to her colleagues, as you will, and then the people at the School of Medicine nearby asking for summer opportunities for me. And so that was very, very nice of her. So I need to thank her personally in class on Wednesday. But just, you know, apart from that, just trying to keep a positive mindset after the incident on Friday. Happy journaling, and I will see you back in the duplex for a little session of reading. Okay, I take it back. I know that in the last vlog that you saw on my YouTube channel, I said a novel love story is boring, and I take it back. It's going very great, actually. I feel like I've been so immersed in the world of House of Leaves, which I should be, and there's nothing wrong with that. But I needed a palate cleanser, and that's why I decided to pick up a novel love story tonight instead of continuing reading the House of Leaves book. And I'm glad I did that because I'm actually having a very fun time. I'm enjoying the story. Even though I know where this is going, the story is still very fun. It's just like so hilarious, and the way that Ashley Poston describes stuff just made me giggle and crackle, and I just love that. Also, the dynamic between these two characters is also very interesting. They both know what's going on, but they also don't, and that's kind of this bonding moment that they had that I just read, so I really enjoyed that. And so it's a very fun read so far, and I'm gonna be reading this for the rest of the night, and then I'm gonna go to bed, but I'll catch you tomorrow. Good morning, everybody. It is Tuesday morning, and I am about to go to lab, but this is the outfit. Very cozy. I have my Nikes on, and then we have a lab. So I just bought my lab notebook, laptop, and iPad. I'm not gonna bring my journal just because I don't think I'll need it. After the lab, we are going back to the duplex to make lunch, and then I have, I think, the afternoon all to myself that I can study and then get work done. But I do want to show you my little small library section, shall we? Okay, so this is my very small and demure library section. All of these, I think most of the books are either from the free library around campus, or I brought them with me from Vietnam, because some of the books I haven't finished, and I think one of them my friend gifted me. We have the Wizard of Earthsea. I needed to return this today to the library. Actually, yeah, let's make a note on that. And then these two I got from my free library that I talked about in one of my previous vlogs. These three are from the small library in the biology building. And then this one, the blue one, my friend gifted me. It was a goodbye gift. And then this is another one from the biology building. And then these three, you've seen this before. These three are from the library in the Math and Science building, the classics that I wanted to read more. And then at the top in the little corner here, this is mine. I brought it with me from Vietnam. Actually, I haven't even touched it. And then this is another gift from one of my sisters. And then this is another one that's from the biology building. This one is very cool actually. Have I showed you this? This is like short stories from the not the math and science, the social science building. And it's by Walty. So I'm excited. I mean, the look and feel of it, it's very antique and vintage. That's why I kind of got it in the first place. So there we go. My very, oh, it's not fitting. A very demure and small library. I need to finish at least most of this before I move out though, because I cannot move all of the books with me when I move out of the duplex and move it in again next year. I'll go to lab now. I had breakfast this morning already, so everything is good. Okay, just got out of the lab. That ginormous pimple right in the middle of my forehead. But we're heading back to the duplex and I will be making some lunch. Hi, it's a bit later. Update, I just finished lunch and I have until 5 p.m. and then we can go make dinner, and then we do have a work session this evening at around 7 p.m. So I have about, 5 hours or so-ish to study. I'm gonna start off by editing my videos for the day. I have, I think on my to-do list, checking my handy dandy journal over here. I have 2 videos that I need to edit. I uploaded the last current and next reads video already. I need to edit the weekly book recap and the journaling updates. I also need to film favorite genres and my book recommendation for each of them. So we're gonna do that after the first work session. I also need to return the Wizard of Earthsea, the graphic novel book that I checked out from my library a few days ago. So we need to do that. I think it's a deadline today. No, it's due in 2 days. So I can return it today. And then we have a chemistry to go over the worksheets, also the take home. And we have to do the exam pre-practiced for the chemistry as well, at least half of it. And then we'll see if I can work on my lab report. So that's the rundown for the to-do list for the day. So I will be editing the 2 videos now, and I'll check back with you in a second. Let's do a book recap, shall we? Okay, I finished editing and uploading my video. I just uploaded this video today. And then I have this video that is scheduled for tomorrow. That's a weekly book recap. But then one thing that I want to show you is that somebody told me that I should use ChatGPT for my captions and my hashtags. That's what I started doing. So here, let me zoom you in real close and intimate. I said, can you write me a caption for my TikTok video about my weekly book recap? And it says this. And I said, can it be a bit more casual? And then ChatGPT generated another kind of more casual caption for me. And then this is the fun part. It generated a list of hashtags for me, which I thought was just so genius. And so that's what I started doing, and I'm gonna test it out for a week maybe or so, and then we'll see. But hopefully this works, because I've been trying to grow my following on TikTok, and then if it works then I might do it for my YouTube videos as well. But there's that's a very, very fun update that or tip if you will, that I just found out from TikTok. Okay, that was a lot of content filming and editing, and I'm done with, I think, 4 videos today, so that's good. I am now going to look over the chemistry worksheets, and then hopefully we can finish half of the practice exam for that. I do have a work session coming up, so I need to be hurrying up and focusing and lock in. So we'll be doing this. I just finished showering and I put on my skincare and everything. We did keep it simple tonight, so we only put on the calming serum and also the moisturizer. I put on a pimple patch because I'm dealing with a situation that's like just like right in the middle of my eyebrow, which is like so frustrating. Then tomorrow I'm putting on the azelaic acid serum, so that's hopefully it's gonna calm the skin down even more. I've been debating whether or not I would go barefaced on Thursday or not. Thursday I have another lab. It's a molecular biology lab. Today I went barefaced. It's Tuesday when I'm recording this, and I actually enjoyed it, actually, even though obviously we're dealing with a situation and there are a couple of redness going on. So I thought, you know, let's let my skin breathe for a second. Everything depends on tomorrow and whether or not the skin will calm down or not, and the serum depend. But that's gonna be some food for thought. Before I go to bed, I'm gonna read a bit of the novel love story. Actually, you know what? Let me show you what I got today. So today I went to the library to return the graphic novel that I read for my YouTube video last week. It's A Wizard of Earthsea. And obviously, when I was at the library, couldn't help myself but go wandering around, and I picked up 2 books. Okay, I know I shouldn't be adding even more books to my TBR. It is an ever-flowing, ever-growing, ever-evolving TBR. But I have been wanting to read more, or at least start reading Stephen King books. I've heard great things. Obviously, he's a big author, but I was so intimidated by the books that, because one, they're long, extremely long. Those books are junky books, and also most of the things that he writes, I think it's horror or thriller books, so I don't want to be scared, that's all. But I was determined going into the library to at least check out the Stephen King section, and I did, and I saw this giant of a book. I know it looks so big. It's actually 1,000 pages. It's like double the size of House of Leaves, which I'm reading right now. And this is 11/22/63. This is a classic by Stephen King. People have been raving, telling myself and the other viewers that this is the best book of all time. I have to get it. This is the large print edition, so it is printed a lot bigger compared to like the normal version, so that's why it's like giant and monstrous. It's gonna be definitely on my May TBR. I tried putting down some of the books that I wanted to read for my May TBR, and even before adding these 2 books, it's already 10 books for the month of May already. So now I'll be having 12 books. So after finishing House of Leaves, I'm gonna jump right into this book, and I will be filming a reading vlog for this monster of a book, so watch out for that. Yeah, this is the first book, my first ever Stephen King. And then this is an author that I've been seeing a lot on TikTok and on social media in general. He is Vietnamese American, and that's one of the reasons why I decided to give his novels a try. This is On Earth We're Briefly Gorgeous by Ocean Vuong. I think that's how you pronounce his last name. I don't know what this is about. It looked very, very aesthetic, to me at least. And I read the back, and it says that it is a letter from the son, so Ocean Vuong, to his mother. It's gonna be interesting learning about his journey, and this is my first Vietnamese American novel. I do read Vietnamese literature, but usually I read it in Vietnamese and not English. So this is the first time that I ever read Vietnamese literature in English. So we'll see how that goes. These are the 2 books that I'm going to be adding to my TBR for the month of May, along with, I think, Pride and Prejudice, 1984, and a bunch of other books. If you're interested, I have my TikTok video up on my TikTok channel talking about my May TBR. So keep an eye out for that. Mini book haul, if you will. I feel like every time I go to the library to do anything, I just cannot help myself but select more books. Yeah, if any of you has read Stephen King, let me know, especially this book specifically, how you felt and whether or not I should continue other books of him, and if I do, then what books I should read next. But I think I'm gonna go read a novel love story now. Hopefully we can at least get to the halfway mark, and then I'll go to bed and I'll catch you tomorrow morning. Good night. Good morning, guys. It's Wednesday morning. I apologize for looking. My hair looks a bit crazy. I was meant to braid it, but I was running late, so I did not. So we would have to bear with this. I don't know. I haven't even brushed my hair. We're running late to our morning class, as always. So, but yeah, it's a beautiful day actually. It is a bit chilly this morning, so I throw on a kind of a jacket, but later I would remove it, or else I'm gonna sweat and evaporate. It looks like a pretty chill day today. We don't have anything else to do this morning and afternoon except classes. And then this evening we do have a meeting to go to. It's a beautiful day. Ooh. Okay, a very late update, but it is 11 a.m. and I am walking over to the sushi bar to get some sushi. I know, I saw 3 books and I was like, I needed to get them. I changed my mind. At first I thought I didn't want these. All 3 of them sound very interesting. 2 of them are classics and then 1 is just... We just had sushi, and I know there's lots of things on my hands today. Got a smoothie today, and then the books that I just showed you in earlier clips. But, you know, I saw those books, and as I was saying before I got interrupted, there's people. I'm still a bit shy. Okay, a very quick book haul, shall we? Very mini book haul. I mean, another book haul besides the one I just showed you last night. Okay, here we go. I saw this book in the little library corner that I showed you a couple of days ago, and I thought this did not look interesting to me. But today I came back, and obviously I had to do a bit of digging. This is another classic, I would say, along those lines of classics. Another classics, and Diderot. I apologize for mispronouncing their name. Diderot as one of the most advanced thinkers of his age, and is a powerful testament to the bizarre and unpredictable genius of its creator. So that's why I'm like, okay, this guy or this person is very advanced and very apparently revolutionary for his time, and I'm curious to see what type of revolution that is, or how is he different from the other people in terms of his mindsets and his thinking. It's apparently written in a very dialogue and conversational style. I would say that's gonna be pretty easy to digest. I haven't even read it, but from my flipping through the pages, the introduction looked a very decent size. I mean, it's a long ass introduction, but there were different points that were brought up in the introduction that I found interesting enough for me to pick up the book. The last one, okay, this one is even more interesting. This is Our Coming World. I don't know what it's about, but it says that it's nominated for the Pulitzer Prize by Columbia University. Proves a peaceful world can be had. So that notion in itself is very interesting. And apparently from the cover of the book, all these points that were listed, it's basically looks and sounds like a utopia to me. One point that stood out to me was that a one world nation, one language, and one religion without integration or segregation problems. Okay, I mean, integration or segregation problems, I could see why they're bad, but a one world nation, a one language, and one religion society, that seems like a very controversial topic and opinion to me, at least. I don't know how or why in the world we need to have only one language, and that's gonna be up for debate in terms of which language is worthy or picked or chosen to be this universal language, you know. So that's a very interesting notion, and it looks to be a relatively short book, like under 200 pages, that I could quickly read through. I mean, all of these books are pretty short, so that's another kind of excuse that I use when I picked all 3 of them but my boyfriend is not gonna be happy with me. Okay, don't be scared. I know I've been collecting a lot of books recently, but yeah, like, I mean, 3 days ago or even a week ago, it didn't even look half full, but now, and I haven't even, there's more books here. This is another novel that I picked up from the library. I mean, there's even more books there, and I could not fit them in that little corner, so we'll see how we can fit the other 3 books up here, but I'm excited. Right? We're on our ways to the next class, which is molecular biology for me. And then I have to meet with my chemistry professor because there's an exam coming up, and I have some questions on the materials. And then we do have another meeting, I think. But yeah, I'll take you along, and then we'll see how much I could study today. Okay, I'm just done with my molecular biology course and I'm meeting with one of my chemistry professors because I have no idea what I'm doing for my chemistry exam, which is this Friday. Not helping at all. So we're meeting with her and then asking some questions for now. It's a very busy day today. Okay, check in. That was a very busy last 2 hours. I just finished, I think, with most of the work for today. But I needed to read The Tempest by William Shakespeare for my Friday discourse of world literature, but I don't feel like reading. We just finished the practice exam for the chemistry, unit 3, and that was fine. I feel like I'm gonna be fine. I did get most of the questions done, and I do know that my professor does give partial credits, so I'm not gonna be too worried. And also I scored very high on the first 2 exams and I'm pretty catch up with schoolwork and assignments and deadlines, so I'm not too worried. But we do need to go to the exam review session tomorrow, and then tomorrow morning I have a bit of time before I have a lab, so we can review the materials and memorize some terminologies. I got halfway through a novel love story already and I'm it's going great. It's going great. I did get distracted this morning when I was reading because people was just, walking in and out of the corner that I was reading at. So I did not get the chance to fully immerse in the story. But now I think I'm going to read for 15 minutes and then we're going to the meeting. Good morning, everybody. It is Wednesday morning and I just got ready with my makeup and my outfits and stuff. It is very, very hot today, so I put on a tank top with shorts. We have a bit of time before we have to go to lunch, so I think I will grab a very quick yogurt and then we will be studying. I need to look at my journal to see what are the to-do lists for today, but I think it's gonna be a very busy day. I know that I have a lab, then we have a meeting at 3, no, at 4, and then we have the exam review session at 5:30, and then I have work at 7. So lots of events going on. Then tomorrow I have an exam, so we need to also do some work before going to the exams review session. As you can see, I woke up with 1, 2, 3 pimples. So I think I'm dealing with a bit of purging over here and hormonal acne. I did put on less makeup today just so that my skin can breathe, especially around the mouth area where the acnes are having a party. Okay, that's the update. I'm going to get a yogurt and then we can study. This is the yogurt that I am eating. I like the one with blueberries than raspberry or strawberries. I don't like raspberry. I mean, strawberries I can tolerate, but I like blueberries better. Okay, let's look at the to-do list together, shall we? I have my journal here. Okay, we need to upload a video. We need to film the vlog, which is what I'm doing. Work on the May TBR, which is another video that I need to film by the end of this week. Edit the sort of Kaigen review for tomorrow. And then film my little library. Okay, I have lab, I have project at 4 p.m. Review session 5:30, STEM guide final review. Lots of things going, very generic things and events. Let's see. I can film the library video today. I mean now. But I still need to edit the favorite genres. Okay, we are grabbing lunch now. After lunch, we are going to lab because the meeting is cancelled. I could go back to the dorm or duplex and then work, but okay, I am back home. The lab took 10 minutes. We actually didn't have anything else to do today. We just ended early, and so I'm back at my duplex. I just got coffee, actually. I got a medium hot caramel macchiato for me with extra shot because I needed that. And then my boyfriend, he ordered an Italian cream soda with, I think, strawberry syrup mixed with ice cream. I'm going to study now for a second. I hope that I could finish things early so that I can get a bit of reading done. I think I'm all by myself at the house, so... Okay, you know what I've been doing for the past an hour and a half? I have been going down a rabbit hole of the Lewis Carmen and the Paper Republic leather journals. I have seen so many videos on TikTok about people talking about their journal, and all of the journals looked beautiful. And so I decided that I wanted one. So that's what I've been doing for the past hour. I have been looking at the Paper Republic website, seeing how customizable their journals are. I've also been looking at the Lewis Carmen's website. The olive green color, or I think it's the military green color for the Lewis Carmen. The journals in those particular colors are stunning. And I don't know, I love them. But one thing about the Lewis Carmen is that the leather to me is a bit shiny, more shiny than I would like for it to be. The Paper Republic looks a little bit better, but I don't know how it's gonna age, if you will, over time. So I don't know if it's gonna be more shinier than that. Debating between those two and the Traveler's Notebook. I've been journaling and putting down some thoughts also in my journal. Look at my spread for today. Put on a couple of stickers also here as well. So I've been enjoying those little packets of stickers. But yeah, let me know if you have some thoughts, like if you have a Lewis Carmen or the Paper Republic. How's your experience? I've been like watching lots of videos of people testing out, decorating their journal, doing a flip through. I'm actually gonna study now. I think we are going to finish the lab report for chemistry, and then we are reading The Tempest. I know that's a play, but I have a script of The Tempest here that I have to look through before class tomorrow so that we can have a discussion in class. And also prep for my interview, which is tomorrow. I have an interview tomorrow. I have been looking for a job for next academic year. I don't think I'll be working as a bio-specific tutor anymore. I've been working as a STEM guide for the past year, and I need some change. So I think I'm interviewing for the mental health peer educator position tomorrow, which I'm excited. I'm passionate about mental health. I really enjoy talking about mental health advocacy and talking with people, networking, and I think that's gonna help me improve critical skills. And the next year I will be working as a tour guide. I just love talking and giving tours and networking with people, so that's gonna be something that I will continue doing. But yeah, check back in a second. Good morning, everybody. It is Friday morning, and as you can see, it is raining pretty hard actually. I am on my way to my chemistry class to take the exam, and then hopefully, I know that I'm gonna do well, but hopefully things go well. And then we have another class, and then I am going to be checking back with you after my morning class is finished. Okay, we are back home. As you can see, it is actually gross outside. It's raining since this morning, and I think it's gonna rain for the entire day, so I'm not excited, but it is very gloomy. It is very gloomy, but I think it's actually very cozy. I just finished with my morning classes. I think the exam went well. I finished like 15 minutes early, so I don't know if that's a good sign or not, but I think I did okay. I completed all of the questions. I think there is only one that I'm not sure about, but then I think she also gives partial credits. Also in the world literature course that I'm taking, we are talking Shakespeare's today, and we are analyzing The Tempest. Lots of good discussion about class, manipulation, colonial expansion, race even, just power and control, and I think that's very good. I actually have not finished reading the Act 4 and 5 for The Tempest, but I did get to Act 3, so I don't know if I should finish it or not. I mean, if I could finish it this month, you know, that could be part of my April reads. But I think today I do need to film a video for my TBR next week that is going up, I think Monday. And then we will be doing a bit of reading because I have nothing else to do. I submitted the lab report last night. I finished with 2 exams. Next week we do have a lab report due, but I think we're working on that together as a group tomorrow, so I don't have to worry too much about that, although I do want to finish at least my part. Tomorrow I don't have a tour. Yeah, I thought I had a tour tomorrow, but I don't. So that's gonna be fun. We can do lots of reading, lots of studying, checking in, just, you know, sleeping in. But now I'm gonna go film the video and I'll check back with you in a second for some updates. I have lots of things that I wanna catch you up on, so yeah, see you in a second. Okay, I just finished filming the main TBR for my TikTok, the shorter version. I will be having a long YouTube video dedicated to that. But as you can see, a very, very ambitious pile indeed. I have lots of books on my physical TBR but also my digital TBR because these don't include my ebooks that I want to read. But if you're interested, then go follow me on TikTok. I think I'm gonna give you a bit of an update on what I've been doing, what I've been up to, and what I've been reading. So yesterday I woke up with not very good skin, and I did have to put on some pimple patches just because there are some that are about to come out but they have not popped yet. Last night I also did have to put some pimple patches on, especially on the mouth area. I have been breaking out. I don't know if it's breaking out or purging. I would like to think that I have been purging just for the sake of my mental health. Even though I mentioned in one of the previous vlogs that I have increased the amount of times that I want to use the combo for, I have not done so, or at least not by like 10 times. You know what I mean? I only increase it to, I think, 3 times instead of 2 times per week, and I don't even know if that's gonna cause a big reaction as this one that I've just been having. So on that note, I've been feeling not very good about my skin. I am actually glad that we don't have a tour tomorrow, so I don't have to put on makeup, and then I can let my skin breathe, although I do have a meeting. So I don't know if I should put on at least a bit of makeup or I just go barefaced. I mean, it's my friend, so they're not gonna judge me. If they do, then it's none of my business. I've just been having some, second guessing myself in terms of that combo. The first 2 weeks of me using that, it was actually very good. It actually calmed everything down. I just did not know what was going on yesterday and last night. I do put on a pimple patch on my forehead because that spot has not even been clean yet. That's my skin update. In terms of books I'm reading, I think I can finish a novel love story today, although not in this vlog. I'm not going to include that in this vlog. That's going to be my review for my TikTok channel. I'm at the point of the book where I'm a bit confused and I don't know what I think about that book, because yesterday when I was reading it last night, I got to the point where it did not make sense to me, and I don't think that's supposed to be their happy ending, if you know what I'm talking about. And also I feel like the FMC, her name is Aileen, she does not make sense to me. On one hand, she's like, she just keeps spending money, like she has a ton of money, but then on the other hand, she's like mentioning that she's going broke and she didn't have enough money. But the financial aspect of her actions does not make sense. So I'm a bit confused and puzzled on her actions and her reasoning behind at least her financial aspects, which I don't think is going to contribute much to the love story. But still, that's something that bugged me and that made me go like, wait a minute, take a step back. The second thing that I found not fun, or at least I'm not enjoying that aspect of the couple, is I'm at the very end. I think I have approximately 100 pages before I finish the book. They are at the point where they are rekindling, right? They're making up, they're talking things through, and I think that's supposed to be our happy ending. But I don't think it is, because I don't feel like it's a happy ending. The MMC, the main male character, his name is Anderson or Anders. He used to have an ex-fiance, and that's one of their similarities, if you will, like the common ground, because Aileen also used to have a fiance, but she got rejected by her soon-to-be husband, and she had to call off the wedding like 1 week in advance, or 1 week before the wedding actually started. So they have some similarities in terms of that marriage aspect. That's why they bonded. It's explicitly clear that Anders is still in love with his ex-fiance, or at least still like honoring her and grieving, you know what I mean? On one hand, I don't want to sound like a very, very offensive person, but I do think that's not appropriate. I don't think it's appropriate to bring it up with your new girlfriend. At least to me, that's gonna make me feel a bit weird. But I don't know about you. I don't know how they're gonna resolve that, or if it's gonna be resolved or not, or is that gonna be our happy ending? Let me know. I'm actually gonna be cleaning up this pile, and then I'm gonna go finish that book. Okay, take a deep breath. I finished a novel love story. There's still not a rating yet because I don't know how to feel about that book, but I finished it. It was good. Okay, I'm done for the day. Just finished my tutoring session for Bio 101. I finished my interview and I thought it went well. I did talk a lot, so we did ramble, and I ended up running a bit late to the interview session. It was a bit longer than I expected, but it was a good chat. I had fun. It was a very conversational exchange, and I actually enjoyed myself giving like recommendations on programs they could be doing, and then social media, how they should brand and how they should raise awareness, etc. So I was having fun giving those advice and recommendations, and I think my employers also enjoyed themselves. That was good. Yeah, I'm just sitting here in the gym waiting for my boyfriend. He is working out and he's gonna be done in a second, and then we're gonna head back home, make dinner. We can have boba tonight. In the meantime, I'm gonna just sit here and then read for a second. A bit of an update on this book, Our Coming World. It is very easy to read. It is I think it was published in 1962, so a long period, a long time back. But it was written in a way that was very comprehensible to me, so I understood it. It was very interesting. The premise was very unique. It was about this interaction between a man and aliens from Mars, so that was interesting. And we learned about Mars as a planet and how the Martians, the people from Mars, were very advanced, either technologically, physically, mentally advanced than people from Earth. And then we learned about that. But I think I will be ending the vlog now. Thank you for following along with me for a week for finals. Final is not done yet. We still have more to go, but I hope you enjoy seeing me suffer and study and going for interviews, exams, and all of the studies and stuff. And I hope you enjoy. If you like this video and you would like to see more videos from me, feel free to subscribe, do the bell thing, like, share, comment, and then follow me on TikTok as well if you like more daily content about books. I just finished a novel love story, so if you're interested in hearing my thoughts and stuff and my ratings, go over to my TikTok. But in the meantime, thank you for listening, thank you for following along. It was fun, and I'll see you very soon with another episode. Until then, bye bye.